Your homepage isn't an introduction, it's a decision shortcut. And if your buyers can't understand you fast, they won't keep reading and they'll move on. In my work as a web designer, credibility leaks show up in 4 places in terms of clarity, proof, path, and presence. And today we're going to be examining the first one, specifically clarity above the fold on your homepage, because it affects everything else. If we haven't met yet, my name is Meg. I'm the founder of Purpose in Pixel, where I specialize in Squarespace website design, SEO, and AI imagery for established women entrepreneurs and creative professionals. All right, so let's talk about above the fold clarity. So what do we mean by above the fold? Well, above the fold actually comes from our old print media, like newspapers. So hopefully, if you're watching this, you are not so young that you don't remember the days of an actual newspaper. But we used to get your newspaper, it would be folded in half, and the headlines and the big stories would be on the front page above the fold. So where you could read that first top half of the newspaper. And in websites, we're talking about your first big section of your website page. The hero section is often what you might refer to this. So this is the area that people are going to see and read and look at before they start scrolling down your page. That's above the fold for your website. And the above the fold area of your website page needs to do 4 things. It needs to tell your visitors who your website is for, what the outcome is of working with you, what do you deliver. It needs to include proof, evidence that supports the expertise and credibility for which you have established yourself. If you fix this one section, your entire site will likely start converting better. So I'll use myself as an example to show you how you might structure this. So in my intro section, in my hero section of the copy, I would include a sentence or two such as, I help established women, service providers, and creative professionals transform their online presence into a confident, powerful digital asset that finally matches their real-world expertise. I would then follow this with a clear call to action, such as book a free consultation call or explore my services, and closely followed thereafter with some pieces of proof, evidence that supports what I do, such as a testimonial from a past client or a listing of some of my professional credentials. So that's an example of things that you want to include, being clear, being concise, and making sure they're action-oriented with evidence to support them. Here's some of the things that you want to look for that you might want to delete, the things that could be considered clarity killers. So here's what I would either delete or rearrange, maybe move down your page, keep them out of the hero section. A long origin story that does not belong in the above the fold. You can do a short origin story or a short about me blurb further down on your homepage, but save the long origin story for a dedicated about page, get to know me page, if that's something you want to have on your website. Any paragraphs that are just kind of generic value statements, again, not to mean you can't have them on your website, just move them down that page. Don't keep them above the fold. That's stuff that can be helpful to people as they scroll through your page and get to learn more, but that's not what's going to grab them right off the bat. Limit the amount of buttons that you have. Ideally, you want to have one call to action, one button on that hero section, maximum 2 if it's really necessary. And if you need to, generally it's because maybe you serve more than one audience and they have to go on specific journeys on your website. And in that case, having 2 clear buttons that have call to action that clearly speaks to them so they go to the right place, then it's warranted. Other than that, keep it simple, keep it clear with just one call to action and a button. And look for any vague language, anything that makes that hero section feel too busy or confusing. Things like, I help women thrive. Sounds nice, but it's too generic. You need to be specific. So if you're going to say, I help women thrive, you better follow that up with how specifically. So look for those kind of vague, generic statements that don't really support that initial message you want to get across to somebody when they land on your page. So here is a quick 8-minute rewrite plan for your hero section. Get a timer, set your watch, whatever, set it for 8 minutes. Go through and don't look at your website. Just do this off the page. You can write it down, put it in your Apple Notes, whatever you have. But write your who plus outcome line. Who do you serve? What do you deliver to them? What's the outcome they can expect from working with you? Then write down what you want to include as your proof, your piece of evidence to support that, whether that's a testimonial, a listing of credentials, organizations that you belong to, links to articles or media that you've appeared in, speaking to your expertise, and then choose one call to action to include in that section. Then you can go through your homepage and look for anything that adds noise, those things that we just spoke about before. Any fake language, any long intros or origin stories, anything that doesn't serve the purpose of that here section. Note that and make a point to move that elsewhere on that page or to a different page on your website if it makes sense. Once you have that, you can update your hero section with your new message, see how it goes. Give it 30 days, 60 days, but make sure during that time that you're monitoring your metrics to note any changes in your visitors' behavior since making that change. Again, this is something you can continue to tweak over time. As I like to always say, websites are not static, they are dynamic. They will change, you will update them as needed, but make some of those changes, give it some time, and see if you don't notice a difference. Now, if this is something that you would prefer some professional help with, and you'd like me to take a look, maybe help you tighten up your homepage message or what you need to prioritize on your homepage, or maybe you already know that you're ready for a full credibility first redesign of your website, I've dropped links down in the description for how you can reach out and work with me, learn more about my services, and let me know if I can help you. And of course, if you have any general questions at all about what I covered in this video today, feel free to drop me a comment down below. I love to hear from you, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.